Well, the FBI is issuing special software to comb through hundreds of thousands of emails found on former Congressman Anthony Weiner's laptop. Investigators are looking for classified material and anything that may be tied to Hillary Clinton. Weiner's estranged wife is Clinton's aide, Huma Abedin. She says she was surprised by the discovery of the emails.
Many Democrats are slamming FBI Director James Comey, saying his decision to reopen the case was, quote, out of line. The White House, however, is standing behind him and insists Comey was not trying to influence the election. Jeff Pegues is tracking the investigation from Washington, and he joins us now. Jeff, it's highly unlikely that the FBI will finish its investigation before next week. But with the election obviously looming, what are the odds that the FBI will give us at least an update on what they're seeing?
I don't think the odds are very good on that right now, Vlad. I think they may have done all the talking on this that they are prepared to do. And by talking, I mean that letter to Congress from FBI Director Comey, as well as some of the phone calls he was making to select members of Congress on Sunday. And so I don't think we're going to be getting an awful lot of information on this or any more additional information between now and Election Day. That might change. This case, as you know, has been rather unpredictable, to say the least. But right now, I think the FBI is content to move forward, review these emails, and there are thousands of emails that they're going to be looking at, hundreds of thousands, and then they're trying to get to a smaller set of Huma Abedin emails. Those are said to number in the thousands, so they have a lot of work to do between now and Election Day and beyond.
Jeff, I want to ask you, when you're talking about the pecking order here, when it comes to the Justice Department, Loretta Lynch, technically the Justice Department of Loretta Lynch trumps anything that comes to the FBI, particularly Comey. She has the right to say, you know what, I don't want you to go there. I don't want you to go and release this letter to Congress. Why didn't she do that and pull the justice card in this particular investigation?
Well, she also does not want to be seen as trying to influence an investigation.
But couldn't she have, Attorney General Sally Yates or somebody else come in and do that for her?
Listen, this is, in a lot of ways, this is uncharted territory. I mean, this case is so politically charged in so many ways, and that's why we've seen that the FBI director has not handled this case in a by-the-book fashion, if you will. Could she have demanded that he not send that letter? Perhaps, but then that puts her in jeopardy, frankly. And as you know, there was that meeting between Bill Clinton and Attorney General Loretta Lynch over the summer. That raised questions about her impartiality on this case. And so a move like that would have been fraught with problems for her.
Jeff, if classified material is found on this laptop, could Weiner or Abedin face charges, or will it just be Hillary Clinton?
Listen, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. We're still relatively early on in this new review of these new emails. It really depends on what they find. And of course, Anthony Weiner, her estranged husband, the former disgraced congressman from New York, he's got, in a lot of ways, bigger problems with this investigation that he's under, allegedly for sending sexually explicit messages to an underage girl. So could they face charges? We'll just have to see. This is, as I said, this is going to be a long process. It is unlikely to get any more information one way or the other from the FBI between now and Election Day, because, the people that we've spoken with, and no one that we have spoken with over the last several days has said that, yeah, we think that they can wrap this up in 7 days. We're just not hearing that from anyone, because if you go down that road and the FBI rushes the review of these new mails, well, that raises questions too. The FBI, when it comes to investigations, their agents do not want to be working on a clock. That's how you compromise investigations. And so, I think it is still too early to say that anyone at this point could face charges. It really depends on what they find.
And Jeff, just to be clear, there's no indication right now that Comey was acting in any sort of political angle of any sort. There's no evidence to suggest that he was in any way trying to spin the election one direction or the other.
No, and you heard the White House dismiss that yesterday. And if for anyone who knows anything about Jim Comey, he has a reputation in this town for being independent.
Yeah.
And that goes back to Republican administrations as well as Democratic administrations. And so, that is his reputation. He is someone in law enforcement circles that people see as seeing things in terms of right or wrong. Either you broke the law or you didn't. And so, the White House came out yesterday and said that, no, we do not think he's trying to influence the election. And as I said, he has a reputation in this town. And that's why it is interesting to see him in this position right now, where over the summer he was being blasted by members of the GOP and people on the right. And now you're seeing that he's being criticized by people in Democratic circles, people on the left. And so he is in a position that in a lot of ways is new to any FBI director, but certainly new to James Comey, where his credibility is being called into question.
Jeff Begays, thanks so much, Jeff, for joining us.